Well, we start with developing news this morning. Albuquerque police are in the area near 3rd and Silver and Gold in downtown. Police have been out there for several hours. Officials have confirmed to us that they are investigating a shooting. There is a lot of police activity at this time. The area, as you can see in this video, roped off. Your best bet is to avoid it. Take an alternate route. We are continuing to monitor the traffic situation in this downtown area. We'll also keep you updated with any new information that we get, again, related to this shooting investigation. Former Superintendent Winston Brooks has long left his post, but not without racking up a bill for APS worth $250,000. This after settling several lawsuits. We have learned that APS settled a lawsuit with former Sandia High School principal Michael Bachicha, an assistant principal as well, Susan Stanovich, and it was all over claims of discrimination. Bachicha's attorney says that Bachicha spoke with the superintendent about promoting Stanovich. Bachicha claims that Brooks told him it wasn't going to happen because of her alleged affair with another administrator. The two then filed a harassment complaint against the superintendent.
When Mr. Brooks found out about this, he called Mr. Bachicha a son of a and demoted him.
Bachicha will collect $175,000 and $70,000 will go to Susan Stanovich. Parents at one elementary school are outraged. They want to know why their kids were found in a classroom with their mouths duct tape shut. The principal at Alcalde Elementary School near Espanola says those parents have the wrong idea and that it was not the teacher's doing. The school says it was a student who had the idea to get the classroom to quiet down and thought it would be funny to tape their mouths shut.
And it just so happened that before the teacher had an opportunity to actually address the situation, a parent walked in and saw a student with a piece of tape on their mouth.
It appears some parents still are not convinced. Yesterday, the school sent a letter home trying to reassure parents it was something, again, that the teacher did not do. Bernalillo County says there is more vegetation and rodents in the East Mountains, and because of all of this, officials want to warn you about two potentially deadly diseases. Officials want to warn you to be aware about the plague and tularemia. They pose health risks. Now, 3 dogs and a cat and a rabbit are right now battling the plague in New Mexico this year. No humans have the disease as of yet. As for tularemia, it is been confirmed that 6 dogs, 2 cats, 3 rabbits, and 1 person has gotten that disease. The person that contracted that disease, though, has since recovered. Time right now, 6:03. The first nurse to contract the Ebola virus in the U.S. has arrived in Maryland, where she will be treated. We're talking about 26-year-old Nina Pham. She arrived overnight here. She was taken by ambulance to the National Institute of Health. Pham was diagnosed with Ebola after caring for Thomas Eric Duncan, who died of the disease last week at a Dallas hospital after arriving from Liberia. Pham is now doing better. The Dallas area hospital has been defending its procedures despite complaints that it was not prepared to deal with the virus.
I saw a chaotic scene. It wasn't organized. It wasn't safe. No one really in charge.
Amber Vinson, a second nurse from the same hospital, also now has Ebola. She flew halfway around the country on a commercial jet with 132 other people. Those passengers on the Frontier Airlines are being contacted through the CDC to make sure nobody else is showing signs of Ebola. And here are some facts for you on the Ebola situation. Lawmakers from both parties are calling on President Obama to impose a ban on travel from West Africa, the epicenter of the outbreak, but the president has taken that option off the table. Meanwhile, 5 airports are now screening passengers arriving from West Africa in an effort to contain the Ebola situation. The Sunport is not one of those airports, but that is because there are no direct flights here to West Africa. In an effort to keep things in perspective, doctors say people should actually be more concerned about getting their flu shot rather than catching Ebola. Doctors say they have a clear understanding of how to differentiate between the two. Many parents, or patients I should say, may become concerned that the two illnesses are so much alike. Experts say that the Ebola virus cannot be spread when carriers show no symptoms. The CDC says children and seniors should always get vaccinated for the flu. 6:05 is now the time on this Friday morning. A busy Albuquerque intersection is part of a national movement to bring domestic violence to the forefront. 5 red life-size silhouettes here are now on display at the corner of San Mateo and Copper for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. They were put up by the Middle Rio Grande YWCA. Each bears a number representing a different statistic related to domestic violence. The most startling one is 77. That's the number of New Mexicans killed by a loved one from 2006 to 2010.
New Mexico is 9th in the nation for domestic violence, and it's something that the whole community has to deal with. And so one of the things that people can do if they're interested is get involved, learn more about the issue, learn more about what's happening in our community, and learn what victims are suffering from.
The exhibit will be on display through the weekend. Good news to tell you about this morning. A big name company is preparing to open more than 100 high-paying positions right here in New Mexico. Delaware-based NGL Energy Partners will invest $52 million in a facility in Milan, New Mexico. The company transports crude oil and natural gas. The Milan location will include truck offloading and railroad loading operations starting next year. The average salary for the 115 full-time jobs will be about $92,000. PNM is hosting an event focused on helping you in case you are encountering some tough times right now. At least 40 agencies will be on hand for the one-day affair. These agencies will offer an array of services, including help with housing, foreclosures, electric bills, medical care, legal advice, even pet care. An on-site financial budgeting class will also take place. Hey, the flu shots are even going to be given for the first 250 people who arrive. The event will take place tomorrow. It's happening at St. Pius High School from 10 a.m. to 1:30 that afternoon.